To understand reinforcement learning, let's take a very simple example of a playing game. How we are humans, how we are playing a game. Let's say that we are starting a new game. So what we do is we are playing a game, and after a while we'll learn that, okay, here we should jump over this obstacle, in this level we should turn left, and so on. And after a while we'll master a game, and we are passing a game. Exactly the same way computer also learn to play a game. So we are calling it an agent. So agent plays a game, and after a while it learns, it develops certain strategy. So agent plays a game in the environment, we call it in the reinforcement learning. So example of that for playing a game would be the video game world. So after a while an agent develops a strategy. We call it a policy. So basically the same way that we are developing a strategy when we are playing a game. And we are also, another term which is used is reward. Reward is a feedback you get from the game. For example, gaining points, unlocking a new level, and so on. So what is reinforcement learning? If we summarize it in the example of the playing a game, it would be that a type of a machine learning where an agent learns by interacting with the environment, with the game, by making decision and receiving rewards or penalties. So let's take a look at the step-by-step by each term that we are using in the reinforcement learning. The first one is the agent. Agent is a player, right? Is a player that plays a game. So it's the learner or decision maker. For example, it could be a robot, it could be an AI, and so on. The next one is the environment. The environment in our case is the world where the world with which the agent interacts with. So in our case, it's the video game world. The next one is the action. The action is that the choices available to the agent. For example, in case of the playing a game, it's a button press, for example, move up, left, right, jump, and so on. The next one is the state. The term that we are using in the reinforcement learning is a state. State is the current situation in the game, character's position, health, score, and so on. The next one is the reward. Reward is the feedback from the game. Again, that gaining points, losing a life, or unlocking a new level, and so on. And over the time, an agent develops a strategy, a policy, right? A policy is a strategy developed over the game. The same way we are developing a strategy when we are starting a new game, and after 2 months and so on, so we become proficient in that game. The reason for that is because we are developing a policy, we are developing a strategy. And another term that we are using is an episode. Episode is a sequence of steps from start to end. So one complete playthrough or attempt, for example, from starting a level to either winning or getting a game over. So how the agent learns? The agent learns using three different steps. The first one is the trial and error over time. The next one is that the balancing exploration. Exploration is trying new things versus exploitation. Exploitation is using what already works. The same way, again, we are playing game, right? So sometimes we stick to whatever works, whatever we have used before, and sometimes we are trying new things in order to learn. And also another one is the reward maximization over the time. This is three steps, three different strategies how agents learns. If we summarize what is reinforcement learning, reinforcement learning is a learning through action plus rewards. So the key elements here that, as we have discussed, right? Agent is a robot or AI, a player that plays a game. And the environment is the world that the agent interacts with, actions that an agent takes, for example, jumping over an obstacle, going to left, right, and so on, and the rewards an agent receives as a result of those actions. What is the real world usage of the reinforcement learning? The real world use is games. It's used in the games, it's used in the robotics, and it's used in the personalization.